everybody, welcome to the Sky Lounge. Here to review some Arsenal action as Arsenal beat Huddersfield Town 2-1. Let's talk about this match. I'm a bit frustrated despite the fact that, yes, it is a win, it is 3 points, but the lack of a clean sheet is kind of frustrating at this point. And yes, I've said many times that the Premier League this season for us is kind of a moot point. And so, despite all of that, let's talk about this match. And in the first half, it really did look like Arsenal controlled this match. Absolutely. From possession to how they were moving the ball, it absolutely looked like Arsenal's game. And it was really punctuated by the fact that in the 16th minute was S.C.Y running down the left flank. Mind you, we were playing a back three today with Nacho Monreal, Lauren Koscielny, and I believe, let me just double check here because I forget shit all the time, and Mustafi, the chameleon who can be absolutely useless or absolutely spot on. But my whole point being is S.C.Y was playing a wing-back role, playing further up front, so he runs up the left flank, crosses the ball into Iwobi, who's on the right-hand side. Iwobi able to just volley that in, and the goalkeeper, unfortunately, who got a bit of piece on it, but was deflected into the goal. So 1-0 to the Arsenal. And again, this goal, listen, I would have said any other goalkeeper, this goal isn't going in. But unfortunately, right now with Huddersfield, their season is a disaster. They are the worst team in the league, bar none. I mean, they are the worst team in the league. They have conceded so many goals, and these kinds of goals are the ultimate, death blows, right? Because you would have thought, all right, maybe the goalkeeper got that if he stretched that out a little bit, but no. Iwobi's able to get, his beautiful fucking feet on it. And now it's 1-0. And really throughout this match, the one curious thing, right, is always what the fuck did the referee do? And I'm actually here to tell you guys that Jonathan Moss, not a great referee, as is most English referees. They're not that great. And in the first half, where Huddersfield Town was screaming for a penalty because one of the Huddersfield players kicks the ball and Lauren Koscielny, in a flailing motion, ball touches his hands inside the box, and then it hits his crotch, I guess. So, lots of questionable calls. In my opinion, that might not be a natural hand position, so it could have been a penalty. But again, I don't want to argue against my team because that would have been a completely different dynamic for the game. However, that first half, because of that one non-call, it could have gone either way. It really could have. If that call was made for a penalty, this match could have gone to Huddersfield, really. The momentum in the second half was really theirs. But before we move on to the second half, Lacazette, 44th minute, able to get a goal in. And this goal was actually pretty great to watch. Henrik Mkhitaryan trying to dance in around the box, but this, slightly dispossessed because of the players that was pressuring him. But he's able to pass the ball out to Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who's over there on the right-hand side, a couple of feet away from him. And Maitland-Niles, beautiful low cross to Alexander Lacazette, who, good God, he's a striker, boys and girls. So he just fucking nets that one in. No goddamn problem. And it's 2-0 to the Arsenal, right? With the first half gone, it's 2-0. You would think, okay, if Arsenal puts on this pressure, puts on this clinical performance, we can see this match through. And unfortunately, the whole thing with the second half became Huddersfield Town's game. Looked like Arsenal really stepped off. And what was curious was you brought in Denis Suarez, you subbed him in at the 74th minute, but you weren't playing aggressive. In my opinion, Arsenal was not playing aggressive in that second half. And the problem is, I've seen Arsenal do this so well, in that first half of the season where they were just killing it in the second half, just aggression. But now it's kind of the total opposite, where Arsenal doesn't feel the need to be aggressive in the second half and kill the game. I don't know what's happening here. So, with that being said, Arsenal decides to just figure, hey man, let's just get Huddersfield Town irritated. And they did. Guendouzi really starts off this kind of heated exchange with Huddersfield Town players. And it only gets worse from that point on, because in the 90th minute, with like 3 minutes into injury time, Huddersfield Town breaks and they start running, and they're in our defensive third, passes the ball straight to the center and to the striker on the Huddersfield side. And Huddersfield, because they're putting all that pressure, Bernardino walks up way too early. That man walked up way too fucking early to block the shot. And because the striker just fucking shoots the ball from barely inside the penalty box, he's able to get that in on target. But what made it worse was Sead Kolasinac, his foot was the one responsible for the own goal. And the problem with this own goal wasn't the fact that it was the own goal. It was the fact that Bernardino and the back three just shit their pants. And one of the players for Huddersfield, I believe his name is Diakbi. I don't fucking know his name. He started chokeholding Kolasinac. So Kolasinac gets all pissed off. The fucking Huddersfield dude gets a yellow card, and the match is essentially over. Right? So my frustration comes in the form of not being able to maintain a clean sheet, despite the fact that you dominated this first half. And in the second half, yes, you did perform in a more mediocre fashion, but I feel that Arsenal really should have really worked on this clean sheet here. But when you play a back three of Monreal, Koscielny, and Mustafi, it just doesn't work, in my opinion. And yes, I understand that we are very thin on center backs right now, but come on, dude. A back three with Monreal, Koscielny, Mustafi just does not work. At least with this match, it worked, because Huddersfield Town, again, worst team in the league. They are more than likely going to get relegated. They are sitting at bottom of the Premier League and 20th. As for Arsenal, we are sitting comfortably at the 6th spot with about, there's like a 12-point gap between the 6th spot and the 7th spot between Wolverhampton Wanderers. So Arsenal is really challenging themselves for that top 5 spot right now. But the whole thing becomes you have to have success in the Europa League. And this upcoming week on Thursday, Arsenal will be in the Europa League against Bate Borisov. So you saw a lot of the main cast members like Mesut Ozil, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang nowhere in the lineup. And I would imagine they're going to start Denis Suarez on Thursday. So hopefully Arsenal can focus up now on the Bate Borisov fixture and take the good away from this match, but also try to work on some of the flaws that we saw in this match. Poor defending. Bernardino just walking up, without any kind of warning, like a fucking moron. So, boys and girls, follow me at the Sky Lounge on all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Come on, you Gunners! Now, fuck off!